Here we are on part 2 of the PowerPoint Jeopardy game project. Part 2 has you open up PowerPoint, and for this demo we are using PowerPoint 2013. Your first slide here should be your layout of a title slide. Now if you click under this layout button, you'll see all the different other layouts that are available to you. For this project we are only going to use the title slide layout and the title and content layout for all of our slides, and you'll see where that comes into play here in a moment. So for this one, we're already on the title slide, so I'm going to go ahead and type in the title of my Jeopardy game, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my author information. And I'm not going to make any other changes on here, not changing the background, not changing the font, because for those changes, we're going to use what's called the Slide Master. To access the Slide Master, you click on the View button. For the View tab, click on Slide Master. And now what looks like everything disappeared, you actually have here on the left side not a bunch of slides, but actually the templates for those slide layouts that we were just showing you in the previous step here. So here is the title slide layout. Here's the title and content layout. And what we change on this is not the words, but the actual design and colors and layout of that particular slide layout. So for this one, for example, I want to make sure that I change my font. So I don't like Calibri Light. I'm going to switch to a different, slightly fancier font, keeping in mind that I still need it to be readable. So I'm going to click to Adobe Fan and click this one here, highlighting again the words down here, not deleting the words, just changing the way they look. And let's just say, for example, I want to go ahead and change this and make it red. All right, so I've changed the formatting of the way my title slide, anytime I use that, will look. The next step is to go down here and delete this little box on the left and the one on the right. And here in the middle, I'm actually going to go ahead and type in some information. For this one, I'm going to type in what period I happen to be in and the month and year that this was created. So this is in November of 2014. All right, so that will now appear automatically anytime I use the title slide layout. The next thing I want to do for just this title slide is I want to change my background into one that has my flag for the country. If you haven't already downloaded a picture of your flag, you can do that from the internet. But to insert the flag as a background, we click on the Slide Master tab, again up at the top, click on Background Styles, and at the bottom, click Format Background. That will then give me a menu bar here on the right side that I actually already had showing, giving me kind of some options. I want to choose the option that says Picture or Texture Fill. And then down here where it says Insert Picture From, I'm going to click File and navigate to my drive where I have my flag saved. So you can see the Canadian flag there. Insert it. And I've done that. Now, I do not want to click Apply to All because I don't want it to apply to all these other layouts. I only want it to apply to my title layout. So I'm just simply going to click and say, okay, I'm done. If I want to get rid of this bar over here on the right side, I just click the X and it kind of just hides it for me. Now, this also makes it obvious that I need to choose a different font color. Since my flag is red, I can't choose a red font. So use this time to make those adjustments. Again, not deleting the font, not retyping into it, but just changing the way it looks. So actually black ends up working best for that. For my next step, I'm going to go ahead and click on the title and content layout, which is this one below the title slide layout. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of different changes. My first change is I'm going to go ahead and change the background to something a little bit more subtle. Because if I had everything with a flag, it'd be very difficult to read the font on all of these. So I'm going to go ahead and again go to Background Style. I can choose some of the presets here, and you can see how it if I choose a darker background, it automatically makes my font lighter. I could also go into Format Background and specify a gradient, and there's endless possibilities here. I recommend against using the pattern or any of the pictures or textures because those just get a little bit busy for easily reading the font. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And again, I do not need to click Apply to All. I just have it applied here and I can hide this window. Once again, I can go in and change my fonts if I want to choose a different font, keeping in mind that these are the slides that are going to be read all the time. So I want to make sure that it's easily read. So I'm going to actually just leave it with Calibri. And my final step here, or almost final step, is to make some adjustments down here to the bottom. I'm going to highlight all 3 of these boxes this time and delete these. And I want to insert 2 text boxes that I'm going to make changes to later on in this project, I believe part 4. So I'm going to insert a text box, and to do that I go to the Insert tab, go to Text Box, go down here to the bottom left. I'm going to click and drag. This one should say Game Board. I'm going to go ahead and make it all capitals, and I'm going to do another one over here on the right side. To make it easy, I'm just going to copy and paste this and move it over here to the right, and this one is going to say End Game. And I also want to go ahead and align these objects. So when I align these, I need to hold down the Shift key and highlight both of them. I could also click and drag to highlight, or rather select both of these. And if I go to the Arrange menu, I can align their tops, and that will make sure that they are lined up perfectly. I can also visually center them so that they look like they are centered on the page, and I can use a variety of techniques for that, centering them within their text boxes, aligning up the text boxes here on the right side and left side so that they look perfect as far as where they are positioned within this. The final thing I'm going to do is at one point I'm going to have hyperlinks all over this presentation, and those hyperlinks will change color when I create them. So I want to make sure that I can go in and select a hyperlink color that will make sense with this background. So to do that, I'm going to click on the Colors menu, go down to Customize Colors, and here you can see I have a hyperlink color and a followed hyperlink color. Now my hyperlink color currently is blue, which might make it a little bit hard to read with this blue background. So I'm going to go ahead and make my hyperlink colors red. And then I'm going to make my followed hyperlinks a slightly lighter color of red, maybe a pink. So I can go in here and really adjust that and fine tune that. And what that will do is after somebody has clicked on a hyperlink, it shows you here in the little demonstration, it will designate that with a lighter color. And you'll see the effect of that later on in our project. Then to get out of this and to begin on part 3, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of the Slide Master. I click on the Slide Master tab, click Close Master View, and that will now bring me back to that original slide that I created, but now you can see it's formatted, and I'm ready to move on to part 3, where I will be inserting my additional slides, and you can see here now my slide layouts now are formatted the way that I just created them on the Slide Master.